Sfera.
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 This is Hypertourismos, a podcast by Maëlle Julou for the Sfera project. Available on Europod, the European podcast platform.
Sadly, the majority of the people, the islanders and the visitors, have forgotten that they enjoy a paradise, but someone needs to take care of it.
Hypertourismos, a podcast by Maëlle Julou for the Sfera project. Episode 3, The Art of Killing What We Love. I wanted to understand better how the environment of Santorini was impacted by over-tourism. So I met with Annie. Annie is the director of the CPF, the Cyclades Preservation Fund.
Because of the fact that everybody loves to come to the Cyclades, this means that there is a lot of pressure on these islands, pressure on the natural resources, pressure for water, pressure on waste, pressure even for the sustainability and the biodiversity, including wildlife of these islands, because everybody loves to have a home there. So a lot of new houses, this means less biodiversity, less wildlife. The reason why the Cyclades Preservation Fund was created was exactly because we want to protect the destinations who are very popular. I mean, they're so important habitats that we would cry if we could understand the damage that we're creating without knowing what we're doing.
Καταστρέφοντας λοιπόν το γεωπεριβάλλον.
If we destroy that special scenery in Santorini, it is like cutting a part of our body.
Θεωρώ ότι το πρώτο μέτρο είναι.
I think that the main thing that has to be done is to stop building new hotels.
Nikos Zorzos was the mayor of Santorini for many years. He is known to have made Santorini's sustainability the heart of his agenda. I had coffee with him on a sunny Sunday, under a pine tree. For him, the natural area of Vlihada is a symbol of what's going on all over the island.
Η Βλυχάδα είναι ένα.
Vlihada is a very special, very unique place of Santorini. In a lawful state, the area of Vlihada would be a national park and any human action would be illegal there.
Οποιαδήποτε ανθρώπινη δραστηριότητα. Η φύση έχει σμιλέψει ένα.
Nature has carved a wonderful scenery. The whole place is a sculpture, but it has become a place where people are seeking new investments.
Αναζήτησης επενδύσεων.
When I went the first time in Vlihada beach, what I first saw was an amazing landscape. Black sand contrasting with unusual bright rock formations. The moon on earth. And then I saw the huge construction cranes, the unfinished hotels that nibbled the dry lava. Investors call this construction island development, but many locals see that it's much closer to island destruction. Thanos, during his walking tours, desperately tries to find non-built places for the people who visit.
The typical walk that we do, the typical hike, is the Caldera hike. You start from Fira, you pass through the villages of Firostefani and Merovigli. Those was 3 separate villages. Now is only one thing. There is no borders. You cannot understand. As when you walk, you don't understand where the Fira stops and where the Firostefani starts. It's the same. It's only one thing. It's block of luxury hotels the whole way of Caldera. Then it starts the path. But till you can say that that path is isolated, you walk for another 2 kilometers with hotels again. What they do is that they just expand. And here it's growing, going up to the hill, up next to the path, for all the dimensions. As you can understand, the need for electricity, the need for water supplies, because all the hotels they have jacuzzi, swimming pools and stuff like that. So the needs are extreme. The needs is like for a city, not for an island.
This endless growth is also stretching the island's capacity and resources beyond their limits. The power goes off all the time in summer, and the stinky trash bags can sometimes become mountains on the sidewalks. The production of trash has increased by 66% between 2010 and 2017, passing from 15,000 to 40,000 tons per year. Also, as water is not drinkable in Santorini, the island is drowning in plastic bottles. These seagulls you hear. I am up on the famous caldera, with the sea as far as your eyes can go. My partner took me on a motorbike ride, and we ended up on a dirt road trying to find a way amongst the rubbish. The symbol of Santorini's beauty, the caldera, is also the landfill of Santorini.
All we can see around is endless fields covered with trash. And this is a dream destination, they say.
The trash is left there in the mountain, pushed off the cliff, waiting to be buried. Stray dog and cockroaches roam around, trying to find their next meal. Half of the trash doesn't even have time to get buried. It's taken away by the strong winds of the Aegean into the blue sea. Wait, and what's this huge floating circle in the sea?
That's the Sea Diamond. It's a cruise ship that sank there in 2007. A huge boat like 150 meters long and still down there polluting the sea. It is in the middle of the caldera for the last 15 years. The circle that you see is for nobody to go there, but it's also like fabric to gather the oil and chemicals that goes up in the surface from the boat.
There is a rumor started by Plato, saying that Santorini's waters are where the famous Atlantis was located. Well, apparently, the great civilization underwater is not a myth anymore.
You know, they make research for the environment if it's leaking petroleum or mazout, what it has, and such things. They try to clean the area, but also has many batteries inside. It has many things that is toxic for the environment. And before they were saying that it's a toxic bomb in caldera of Santorini. Now we don't hear many things. They went to the court many times, and finally they decide that the owner of the ship has to remove it. But nothing happens yet.
I met Apostolos and his wife Marta in their diving center in the busy street of Ia. They are really passionate about the treasures Santorini is hiding underwater.
Here you can expect to see rock formations, lava formations, colorful sponges, which is very beautiful. The water is very transparent and it makes Santorini unique for diving.
But they are conscious that over-tourism means more pollution, and that puts all this beautiful ecosystem in danger.
They were at the point, everyone that was very conscious about the plastic straw not to use, the single plastic use.
Yes, now
and then
we become
everyone
like
forgot
an
it,
island.
and everywhere is masks, everywhere is one single-use gloves.
Also, the over-tourism make more garbages, more pollution and more, of course.
Apostolos is what we call a custo diver. This title is part of an environmental initiative started by Pierre-Yves Cousteau, where divers are trained to become active defenders of the sea. With Cousteau, Apostolos has been trying for 10 years to create a marine protected area, an MPA, as you say, to preserve the natural resources of Santorini's waters.
The fishermen say okay, they sign, the mayor sign, the ex-mayor sign, the new mayor wants it to do it, and we're still trying because there are no law about marine protected areas in Greece. We've been also to the ministry. We talk with the director of the fisheries. Nobody is against this, but nobody also, they don't make the steps to make it through. Now in 10 years we talk with many people. We make a committee here for this marine protected area, to establish a marine protected area. We are still, nothing happened.
People want, is willing, as with the marine protected areas, Apostolos said, here is the regulations in Greece is very slow. So there is no rules, there is no law, and nobody seems to do something else to help. Although everyone knows and recognizes that it would be a win-win situation, the marine protected area for everyone.
We try a lot on island. We've been also Cousteau been 3-4 times in the schools, like make reinforcement, for the environment, reinforce the people to take care and not to put the garbages in the sea, and also about our environment here, especially in Santorini, is a volcanic area, is unique. And we have to take care.
About education, the most important thing maybe is the awareness. So they know the kind of fish we have, so they love them, so they try to protect them, as Cousteau always says, And actually, as I can see also in our daughter and many kids here, they are very aware. We go to the beach, Mama, look, a plastic, look, masks, like this, and they don't let you go without taking that piece of plastic. So I think that's very important from the future generations.
Sustainability is a big word, but really, it's all about respect. Respecting the sea, the earth, and the life that exists on that earth. The thing is, how can you care to respect something you don't know anything about? In the next episode, we will learn the importance for travelers to unfocus from the view, turn around, and really get to know Santorini, her culture, her heritage, her essence.